What's up gamers, DreamcastGuy here, and today I'm making a video I never thought I'd create, but we're going to be doing a second look at Fallout 76. After its incredibly bad launch that was just quite frankly terrible, I basically just forgot about this. Other than looking at the news occasionally and logging in every once in a while to just shoot some random infected, I basically just decided to leave it behind, as did everybody else. But currently, we're in the middle of E3 2019, and Bethesda themselves took the stage to basically say, hey, remember Fallout 76. They've promised that there's about to be a series of giant updates that are going to do things like reintroduced quest givers, bring in new NPCs, and quite frankly, just trying to fix such a broken experience. But that stuff, it's all coming in the future. What came out right now, very randomly, was a special update called Nuclear Winter. Now, I don't understand why that's the name, but essentially what it is a Battle Royale mode. Yes, I can't believe I'm saying this, but there really is a Battle Royale mode that's just been dropped in Fallout 76. Now, that alone is pretty stunning because it just seems so random and bizarre, but beyond this, the weirdest part of all is that it's actually really good. Yeah, I mean, I'm being really serious here. I've been playing it for the last 24 hours, and it is actually super fun, and I didn't expect that. Now, let me just say, it's not perfect, it does have some pretty big problems, but if you're just looking for some shoot and loot action, it really does provide that. So the biggest thing that makes this different from all the other battle royales like Fortnite and PUBG is that instead of just dropping into a giant map with 100 other players, you're basically teleported into a random section out of 52 players. Now, as of right now, it is squad only, so when you log into it, you're just given 3 random partners that normally are very nice. I never encountered a single rude player in all my hours, and most of the time people were actually pretty nice. They would want to party up, they'd want to share loot, they were really genuinely trying to win, because getting victory is pretty tough because it is still pretty luck-based. So once you appear on this map, you get to choose where you want to start, and then right as the match begins, you get a chance to see just for a mere second the entire map. You get an opportunity to see how many people spawned near you and just how screwed you are. Then, just like every other battle royale, it is a rush to gear up. There are of course just random boxes of loot spilling all over the place, and you need to try and open them up and quick equip every single item you can, that way you can kill your opponents. And here is definitely where it feels very different from Fallout. Now, if you played Fallout 3 or New Vegas or maybe even Fallout 76 earlier on, this is probably very strange to see because in general, it plays completely different. This is not a slow, methodical RPG anymore. You're not here having fun and seeing silly quests. It's just a typical shooter. Over the course of the last few months, they've been doing all these little tiny tweaks and updates to speed up the general combat and make it where aiming is a lot quicker, and we never knew exactly why. It seemed kind of weird to make an RPG such a fast shooter, but now, well, it makes a lot more sense. Something else they've added is that there is a lot of different things where, like, as soon as you pick up a gun, it automatically has bullets in it, and you can just instantly have it in your hands. It's basically a way of the game trying to make it where the time between when you land and when you start killing is usually less than 10 seconds. Now, you do want to try and get gear like armor and stuff, and in this mode, all the armor is in a giant set. If you pick up something like wood armor, the second you pull it out of somebody's bag, you have it on your body, which you're going to need because damage hurts. There is power armor in this, and there is a lot of different melee and ranged weapons, but in general, all that matters is getting anything in your hands and getting ready to try and cut down people, because this is a shooter with an incredibly short time to kill. If you're hit, normally you're going to be down pretty quick. Now, you do need to notice this does have the revive system that some other battle royales have. So if one of your buddies is laying on the ground bleeding out, if they haven't been executed, you can still revive them. And if you have a stim pack, which is this universe's version of like a med kit, you can pick them up even faster. So essentially, you need to move as a group, target target enemies, call out foes, and be as careful as possible, because winning does actually make a difference. So there's really a storyline to this, which is by far the most baffling part. You're playing in Vault 51. In Vault 51, it's got a special challenge where an AI is having 52 players try and kill each other. The last person standing becomes the new overseer. Now, that sounds pretty goofy, but there is some real plotline in this. As you level up and claim victory and do well by getting kills or reviving your buddies, it really does give you experience points that levels you up on the overseer system, and you get access to more places in the lobby. There's like these little laser grid doors, and as you get higher level, you can go through them to see different weird, cool secret stuff about Vault 51. It's interesting, it's bizarre, and it just seems so different. I like this mode overall. I'd actually say it's extremely gleeful. It's really nice to just be able to mow people down, but simultaneously, it just seems really weird that this is part of Fallout 76, because in general, it is just so different. It is so standalone, it is so far apart that I'm just kind of sitting here and going, what the heck is the point? Now, additionally, as you level up, there is a special extra bonus you need to keep in mind, which is the special system. So obviously, as you're gathering experience points, you're going to be continuously dinging up the levels, and each time you do, you earn additional card packs, just the same way it does in the Fallout 76 main campaign. And here, well, basically what this does is it gives you different special perks, and many of them have been retooled or fully created just for this mode. Things that can make it where you're going to be able to fight better, aim better with particular guns, or instantly hack panels. Now, the best thing about this mode is definitely how much they managed to streamline it. This has almost none of the downsides of the survival systems of Fallout 76. Now, if you loved having to boil water and continually obsess about your radiation levels, you're probably not going to like this, because they essentially just completely erase that stuff. There is still mutations that'll randomly pop up, but for the most part, they're all quite beneficial. Like at one point, I was just walking along and I took a big old chug of water, and it gave me the ability to be a chameleon. Whenever I stood still, I'd become completely invisible, so it basically made it where I could just snipe when my buddies were being attacked. This game is different. It's very different. There's no hunger, there's really no thirst other than when trying to refill your health, and in general, almost everything is very, very instantaneous. This is definitely a Fallout 76 reduced down to its most basic core. It is not about survival, it's not really about exploration, it's not really about anything except shooting and looting. But I think for what it is, it's pretty hilarious. Now, let's just dig into the biggest question of all that I know a lot of people are very curious about. Is Fallout 76 worth buying now? They've tried to update it, they've put in some big tweaks, they managed to smooth out the frame rate to a big degree, as I'm sure you can notice by this gameplay here, but even still, with the addition of the nuclear winter content being crammed in here for free, is it worth the buying price? In my opinion, no. So right now I'm playing this and it's fun, but there is a free trial going on, so anybody who installs this can play all the different games, all the different modes, all the different everything for the next week completely free of charge. And in general, I think that that's pretty much enough time to get bored of this game. I mean, I still just don't think that Fallout 76 is good overall. I think that this is a great representation of Battle Royale and a very interesting twist on the Fallout formula, but I still just don't think it's great as a whole. If somebody tried to sell you this game for $20, I still think that it's a little bit of a ripoff. I'm going to be open-minded though and think about the future. I've looked at the new content roadmaps and I'm excited for the fact that they are going to be trying to bring a bunch of more core aesthetic and more core ideas of Fallout back to the universe. I'm excited for what Fallout 76 has next, but what it has now is still just not worth the price. But obviously that's just my opinion. I had fun with this. I really think that the people I played with were hilarious dudes. It was really a good time, but still, once I put this down, I don't think I'm even going to remember it. It's just one of those games that's fun, but it's a flash in the pan. It's a bright flare to keep us amused between the next big flashy project. Install it, try it, get bored of it, because right now you're losing absolutely nothing. But this is just my thoughts. Have you gotten a chance to try out Fallout 76's Battle Royale, or do you think that this is just a little experiment to get attention because it bombed so bad? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all and keep dreaming. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.